You ever just sit there staring at a couple of cheesy pizzas in a box, and suddenly your brain goes, wait, that's right there changed the world? Man, that's exactly what hits me every single time Bitcoin Pizza's days roll around. Today is the 16th anniversary, May 22nd, 2026, and I'm looking at these photos of those two Papa John's peas. One in the foreground loaded with peppers, olives, hams, all that good stuff. And I can't stop thinking about how ridiculously wild the story actually is. Picture it. 2010. Bitcoin is basically a nerdy experiment. Most people haven't even heard of it. A Florida programmer named Laszlo Hanyecz. I might butcher that name. Sorry about that. And he hops on the Bitcoin talk forums and drop what has to be one of the most legendary offers in the internet's history. He says straight up, I'll pay 10,000 Bitcoins to whoever order me 2 pizzas. Not $10, not even 100, 10,000 Bitcoin. At the time, that was worth maybe $40 total. $40 for 2 pizza. Sound like a steal for the buyer, right? But here's where your jaw should drop. A guy known online as Jerko takes the deal. He ordered 2 pizzas from Papa John's, had them delivered to Laszlo, and in return gets wired those 10,000 BTC. That single casual forum post and pizza delivery became the very first documented real-world commercial transaction using Bitcoin ever. Think about that for a second. Before this moment, Bitcoins were just numbers on a screen, proof of concept, codes bouncing between cryptography's enthusiasts. After this, it has taste. It had taste. It has melted cheese and pepperoni. It proved the whole ideas could actually buy something in the physical world. Fast forward to right now, 2026. Those same 10,000 BTC, they're hovering around a notional values of roughly $777 million. Yeah, you read that right. 2 pizza, $777 million. I keep repeating it in my head because it still sounds insane. Yet, here we are on the 16th anniversary, and Bitcoin is in the middle of a sharp price decline. That's what got me thinking out loud today. Last year, 2025, Pizza Day, was pure celebration. On May 2nd, 2025, on May 22nd, 2025, Bitcoin had just surged past $111,000. People were losing their minds in the best way. Then the rallies kept going into autumn. By October the 6th, 2025, it hits an all-time highs about $126,198. The kinds of numbers that makes you wonder if we are living in a simulation. Now it's sitting near $77,700, down roughly 38% from that peak. The biggest absolute dollars drops between back-to-back Pizza Days anniversary. Oof. But here's the thing that keeps pulling me back in. This story doesn't feel like a tragedy. It feels like one of those roller coaster rides where you're screaming on the way down, but you already know the track loops back up. Every single line of this story keeps layering on more values, more meaning, more holy crap moments that makes you want to keep reading, keep you thinking, keep watching, keep holding on. Let me walk you through it the way it hits me. You start with the pure absurdity of the original transaction. A guy so early in Bitcoins, he's willing to spend what would become a fortune on lunch. Then you zoom out and realize Laszlo wasn't just buying pizza. He was stress testing the system. He wanted to see if this weird internet monies could actually functions in reality. That one transaction becomes legend. It gets its own holiday. Crypto Twitter, Reddit, every forum light up every May 22nd with memos, stories, and people recreating the order. Some guys in Malaysia is probably throwing a pizza party right now. KuCoin is running a 100 USDT giveaway tied to the date. Crypto.com is doing its own Bitcoin's piece a day promotion, handing out BTCs to new users. The infrastructures that grew out of that silly $41 piece of order is staggering. The Lightning Network's Bitcoin Layer 2 solutions for fast, cheap transactions now processes over $1 billion in a month volume. Nearly 39% of U.S. merchants accepts some forms of cryptocurrencies at checkout. Think about how many cash register, how many apps, how many little crypto accepted here. Now the price is pulling back predictions markets on Polymarket and Robinhood were calling for something right around $76,000 to $78,000 on this exact day. They were basically spot on. And yeah, it stings a little if you're deep in the market. But when you zoom out and think about the story, the dips almost feel lifting. Like the universe reminding us this things was never supposed to be a smooth straight line up. It was supposed to be messy, volatile, human. Laszlo wasn't trying to get rich that day. He was trying to eat. The buyer wasn't trying to become a multi-millionaire. He was just helping a dude getting pizza. The magic happened in the space between those two very normal human desires, and that's what keeps me from clicking away. Every new sentence in this saga adds another layer. The price drops, sure, but the adoptions keeps climbing. The what ifs questions get louder. What if the next big breakthrough in lightning or scaling or real world use cases turns those dips into footnotes? What if some kids reading about pizza days today decides to build the next piece of infrastructures because the story lit a fire in them? I'm sitting here thinking out loud, staring at those images, the pizza box with the little green Papa John's branding, the forum post energy still radiating 16 years later, and I realized the real value isn't even the $777 million. The real value is the proof that a crazy idea posted on a forums can eventually move markets, change how money works, and yes, still get you pizza delivered. The 16th anniversary lands in a moment of reflections instead of pure euphoria, and honestly, that feels more real. Last year's was firework. This year is the morning after, coffees in hands, looking at the bigger pictures and going, dang, we actually built something here. The community is still out here throwing parties, running giveaways, sharing the story with new people who weren't even born when Laszlo made that post. That irrelevant mixed with genuine reflections is pure Bitcoin. So yeah, I keeps coming back to these two pieces. One transactions, one moments that prove digital scarcity could buy something you could smell and taste. 16 years later, we're watching it breathe, fluctuate, evolve, and somehow I still feel like the most alive thing in finance. From forum posts to first transactions, from jokes to legend, from $41 worth of pizzas to hundreds of millions, from niche experiments to infrastructures that billions of dollars flows through every month, from price euphorias to sober reflections, and back again, probably. I don't know about you, but I'm not clicking off. I'm leaning in because this isn't just a price chart. It's one of the wildest, most human technology stories we've ever lived through in real times. And tomorrow, the next years, or 10 years from now, someone's going to order another pizza. Maybe they'll pay in sats. Maybe it'll be on a new layer we haven't even imagined yet. And the whole cycle will level up again. Man, what a story.